Now let's chat a little bit about where your video will be promoted or can be promoted.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
Because video is actually one of the most flexible formats. Obviously, you're going to be on YouTube, right? YouTube's a juggernaut. That's the way to get exposure for video, no question about it. But also there's a ton of other places. Videos often show up in Google search. It's often a very good way to get found by people searching from Google, not just YouTube. You can also embed your YouTube videos in your blog posts, your website, anywhere on your website, right? Anywhere where you don't want people to read, but you want them to easily be able to consume information, you can embed videos right there. You can also share your video on all sorts of social media, Facebook, Twitter, and all kinds of other social networks that follow. Additionally, you'll also be able to post your videos in industry forums where people are discussing the kinds of things that you're discussing in the videos. You can even take the audio from the podcast, and as long as there's not too much action, as long as it's just talking, you can take the audio and turn it into a podcast to give yourself an extra promotion on podcasts. And also, you can even, guess what, you're watching this on the Udemy, and you can even make Udemy courses out of your videos if it makes sense. Because a Udemy course on video is minimum only 30 minutes, so it doesn't really require a lot of video to make a course, as long as you're giving pretty comprehensive topic coverage. Or maybe you can narrow down the topic so that you will make comprehensive topic coverage with not so much video content. Anyway, so these are the places where you think about promoting. I mean, of course, you're going to be thinking about promoting on YouTube, but look, there's all these other ways that video can be promoted, and I'm sure that there are some that I'm not even thinking about, but it's a very, very flexible format. Another thing you can do, by the way, what some people do successfully is they get their videos transcribed. Again, if you don't have a lot of action happening in the video, you can get it transcribed pretty cheaply and make a blog post out of it. So if you don't write, you can get the video transcribed, have a lot of text on your blog, and do some SEO on your blog and your website that way. So anyway, you see, there's a lot of things you can do with video. Anyway, so that's just something to think about as you're making the video, as you're creating the strategy, to keep in mind of how to get your video the most exposure possible.